Okay, so let's get ready to pray. Let's just take a moment as we center our consciousness. Let's take a breath all together. Give thanks for this gathering space where we have the freedom to gather in spiritual community. And let us know as we come together to remind one another of who we truly are. We are the divine on the planet. And so let this service be an upliftment for everyone, either something you hear when you are in fellowship or something that is a reminder when someone talks to you, or something in the music, in the message, in the prayers. And let us know that our work here is to be elevated in consciousness and to stay there. And that is how we are creating a new world as we speak. One person at a time and one moment at a time. So let us take our consciousness now and focus it on all the world leaders, where we just see them making right, compassionate, wise decisions that are good, beneficial for everyone in the long term. Let us keep all the children in the world in prayer. May all their needs be met. And may they have the opportunity to fulfill their dreams. And as always, we give thanks for the peace that is permeating on the globe. We know that as we stay consciously present of our own interior world, we are creating the peace that's manifesting globally. So wherever you are on your spiritual path, Unity welcomes you. And we give thanks for the teachings of our elder brother, Jesus the Christ. Amen.
Amen. licensed Unity teacher here. It's my pleasure to serve as your platform assistant today. We are delighted that you decided to join us. Unity of the Villages is our spiritual home where we know, love, and serve God through our prayer and meditations, our Sunday celebrations, our classes, and our community. We appreciate the talents of our musical team. This be them. Please join, stand first, and then join in singing the song for today, to be ready to clamp and stamp and stomp and all.
That's right. Now this is an interactive song. We're going to clap, clap, stomp, stomp, hooray. I want to feel all that energy this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hit it. All right, ready? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray! Hooray! If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray! Hooray! If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray! Hooray! If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Stomp, stomp, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Stomp, stomp, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, then your face will really show it. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Hooray! That was very entertaining.
And now we'll have a 15-minute rest period. No.
He was stomping his feet and came right out of his chair. There you go.
Rest period is over now. If this is the first time you're with us, we welcome you to Unity. Did any first-time guests not receive this lovely package of information? If you didn't, raise your hand. We have one in the back, please. Anybody else? Two. We have two. Anybody else? Okay. If you're visiting for the first time, we appreciate you wearing your name badge. We all do that so we can know each other by name. If you would like to receive our weekly electronic newsletter, please fill out this white card that's a part of your package and put it in the offering when it comes around, and we will put you on our electronic newsletter list. Also, if you're visiting for the first time, please raise your hand.
Yeah.
We feel blessed to have you with us, and we would like to give you a blessing in return. Would you join me, please?
We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you.
You're never alone on the road to life, the road of life, and you're not alone here. It's time for a community greeting. After a couple of minutes, you'll hear a little interlude on the piano and a dinging of the bell, probably. Dinging of the bell.
Not tinkling on the keyboard.
There will be more time to greet each other after the service in our community fellowship room, which is over here on your left. And this Reverend Marge already told you we're going to be sitting by community districts, so please stay and join us. Why are you still sitting here? Thank you. Now the prayer chaplain, Sandy Baker, will read the daily word and the spiritual power of the month, and then she will be blessing the prayer box. Just say.
Did you say How many of you have ever been a caretaker, a caregiver? So today's daily word is going to resonate with probably all of us. And I was a caregiver all last year. So I really get this. This comes from Job 10:12. You have granted me life and steadfast love, and your care has preserved my spirit. Perhaps the most difficult job any of us could ever have is being a caregiver. It is a full-time commitment that requires tremendous energy, confidence, courage, and inner strength. Although challenging at times, caregiving can also be rewarding. Spending that quality time with a loved one, bear with me a minute. While sharing memories is priceless. When I read this, I thought, I can get right through this. I give thanks for the caregivers I have known. Parents, friends, teachers, and the roles they have played in my life. I give thanks as well for the opportunities I have had to care for others. Caregiving is an opportunity to share my love and my skills in compassionate and caring ways. By giving of myself in this way, I receive unlimited joys and blessings. Please join me with the affirmation.
I am blessed as I care for others and they care for me.
I am blessed to have Ann right here with me.
And I am blessed to be with you.
Thank you. Okay, the Daily Word is published by Unity, and you can get copies in the bookstore. Let's move on to, yeah, thank you. Okay, so I gotta get a Kleenex. Take a break. You never know when this is gonna happen. I was pretty sure it wouldn't. Okay, the spiritual power for the month is will. The corresponding color is silver. The center of will is located in the center of the brain. Will is the ability to choose, decide, command, lead, and determine. It is represented by Martha of Bethany and Matthew the tax collector. Please join me in saying the affirmation.
I choose my good based on spiritual understanding.
I think most of you have seen me cry before, so it's not a new thing. Okay, let's all close our eyes and think about every name in this prayer box. And let's drop into our heart center and either see or visualize or know or imagine that as your heart center opens, light comes pouring out. This is the way that we all connect with one another. And when I pray for someone else, I always open my heart center first. And so we see this light connecting with everyone in this church, everyone outside of this church, and particularly today to everyone whose name is in this prayer box. And we see that light going from heart to heart for healing in whatever capacity is needed, whether it is physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual. And we thank you and we praise you for all of you helping. And so it is.
And so if you're new, there are some prayer slips here. They're pretty much in a lot of different places in the sanctuary and in the community room. But if you have a prayer concern, you can put it in this box. The minister and the chaplains pray on it for 30 days, and then it goes to Silent Unity, where it's prayed on for another 30 days. And the chaplains?
And who is serving today? They'll have a purple sash on. Good. So if you want prayer in the prayer room privately, back there, or any little cubby hole you can find.
So we have a moment of truth here, and we need the lights on?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
Don't we all know that tears are healing energy? And think it's a wonderful thing to display both privately and in public. And I was taught as a public speaker, if you feel like crying, just go ahead and cry. Because, anyway, Sandy, we're all with you.
Thank you.
And my name is Elin. I'm a coach and a Mary Morrissey teacher. She is my private mentor and coach. Has anyone heard of Mary Morrissey? Anyway, I'd like to share with you today that last Friday, the Jewish religion celebrated Passover. Now, to convince the Egyptians that the Jews should be freed from slavery, God fulfilled his last prophecy of the 7 plagues, and that was to destroy the firstborn son of every family, except those Jewish families who had the blood of a sacrificed lamb on their doorposts, and they were passed over, and this kept it from happening to them. Passover is a sacred celebration, and eventually the Jews were freed from slavery, and in this case, being passed over was a good thing. But is it always a good thing? I started wondering, how many times do I feel, or do we all feel, like we've been passed over for the life that we would really, really love living? The actual definition of the words pass over together mean ignore, disregard. So maybe we aren't being passed over at all. Maybe we're the ones passing over our dreams and ignoring our unlimited possibilities. Do we disregard the truth that through Spirit there is much, much, much more available to us than we could ever imagine? Just like the Jews found out that there was much, much more out there than they could ever conceive. Do you remember the parting of the Red Sea? Whoa. So I invite you to join me in a vision workshop next Sunday, May 1st at noon after service. And I ask you, don't pass over this opportunity to learn how to think in possibilities and discover the unlimited miracles available to you. Spirit does not intend for your life and your dreams to be passed over. Henry David Thoreau wrote a book called Walden Pond, and he went out there and lived in the woods for 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days. And he said, I went to the woods because I wanted to live deliberately. And when I came to die, not find out that I had never lived. So I invite you to join me next Sunday and learn to live deliberately, and urge you, don't pass over the great possibilities and miracles in your life for you. Thank you.
I'd like to ask some of my choirettes. Oh, sorry, there's choir people. Sorry, choirettes just once. Send up the choir folk. Yeah, we're gonna sing. Everybody's gonna sing, and we're gonna be doing some movements.
And join them.
And please join us while we're doing this.
Should we stand?
Yes, please stand. I am that I am, has sent me to this now moment. Here I am
As we stay in that open heart place, we take in a few deep breaths. That breath is how we really slow down and connect to our higher self, connect to that universal God force. So let us take a few deep breaths together, way deep down into your belly. And maybe our intention today can just send love to all those caregivers. Let us spend a few minutes in the quiet